Hello and welcome to Practice Perfection episode Beta 2. Thank you for joining me on this test stream of this fun time that we get to spend together picking out a random groove or a random sticking pattern or something like that and learning it together by doing what I call practicing perfection, which is the art of practicing intelligently, practicing smart, so that when you take something, you're playing through it and you always feel comfortable right from the beginning. No messing up, no going too fast, no running into a wall, no getting frustrated, but just a matter of taking it, making it easy to process, get it into your system, and then you just start working it up and you build this great track record of perfection. So we're going to start right off the bat. A quick recap of what we had yesterday. We had picked at random out of this book that I think we're going to actually work out again today. Melbay's Complete Modern Drum Set by Frank Briggs, and I'll hold that up there. And we had a variation on the Boogaloo groove. Now, the Boogaloo groove was this business. That sort of thing. And then the one we learned basically by rote yesterday went like so. Only I played it left-handed then. But that was yesterday's. Now today, I thought I'd take a couple of different numbers that people gave me randomly and cut right to the chase of doing some cool stuff without having to wait through sorting all the different numbers and things we did yesterday to choose a page and all that. A quick heads up, this is more intermediate. This is more advanced. I guess intermediate or advanced. Intermediate here, I should say, means you can read tolerably well, you're familiar, you've played a variety of different types of grooves. And so I'm not going to start quite so slow and go quite so long as we did yesterday. The one we have here is fairly complex. Here's what we ended up with. I'll show you. This is number 8. There we go. There is a lot going on in this groove. Now, a quick note to you guys and anybody else who, by the way, has joined us. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. This is very much a work in progress, so I really will appreciate you guys' feedback about what you'd like to do, what you're liking, what you're not liking, pacing, and all that sort of stuff. So also feel free to say hi in the chat if you haven't already. So today's lick is a little more complex. So that was number 8. And the way we've got it going is we have 4/16ths right at the beginning. So here's what they look like. Here's the first 4. 1, E, and That's it. So the floor tom, then the hi-hat and bass drum, and then 2 more hi-hats. Our sticking here is just right, left, right, left. So right, left, right, left. Again, let's try it together. So floor tom, then left hand on the hi-hat plus the bass drum, then 2 more hi-hats. Hey Clayton, thanks for joining us. So here we go. 2, ready, go. Right, left, right, left. Let's go a little, let's actually loop that. 1, 2, ready, slightly faster. Right, left, right, left, right. Boom, right, left. So it should feel really comfortable. And now slightly faster. 1 E and 2 E and right, left, 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 right. So that's beat 1. Beat 2 gets a little funkier. Our hands keep playing right, left for 4/16th notes. And here's what the hand part is. Right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left. Let's try that together and let's just loop it. 1 E and ready, go. Hi Alex, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Hey, it's so good to see you. Right, left, 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 right. All right. So now let's add the 2. There's 2 bass drums that are in here on the very beginning. The first 2 of those hits. Right, left, and then right, left. So the 99 point however many nines you want % of people do when they're practicing, which is taking things too fast. So, and big thing is just going to be seeing how well this works. If it seems kind of like a waste of time, we'll shift the gear, and you guys can give me input on what you'd like to see, how you'd like us to do it. But if you feel like this is kind of cool, great. And by the way, if you're not using a full drum set or don't have any drums at all, of course you can do this hi-hat over here, snare drum, maybe toms, something like that. Or if you're just using your snare, you can stomp on the floor and you can play on the rim for the hi-hat, and then just play the snare for the backbeats and stuff. So basically one, okay? So we could take that faster too. So now we're gonna go back and see if we can remember beats 1 and 2. Okay, did you remember that? I don't think I fully remembered it either. Now, something like this has got a lot of funkiness going on. If you're truly trying to get it down, it might take you a little bit longer just because there's a lot of little things that are different from what you're used to, so the memorization process takes a little more time. But this is where the careful practice with it comes in really handy. If you're practicing so that whatever repetition you do of it feels good and reasonably comfortable, even if it's just a part, then you'll get it faster. Here's beat 1 and 2 again. 1, E, and 2, E, and If I put it all together, here's what we get. 1, E, and 2 bass drums. Now the roll, and the snare, and the final 2 bass drums. Whew, it's a lot of stuff. Watch carefully here. I'll play it again, and you can always go back and watch the replay of this and kind of get it down from there. So beat 1, it's got a bass drum on the E. Beat 2 has 2 bass drums, 2 E. You don't get any more bass drums till beat 4 on the and. So here we go. 2, ready, slowly. Bass, bass, 1, 2, E, and 1, E. And I think probably the hardest part with this one as you're working on it, and again, remember when you rewatch this, you can go back and slow down in the options to get it like 75% or 50%, which will make it easier to do, and you might even want to jot it out. When you're putting this together, watch out for the and of beat 4, and then the 1 E as you come back around. So and 1 E. I'm going to play this now a little bit faster just to finish up so you can kind of see how it's going to go. Running through it one more time, a little faster. Just for fun, I'm going to try playing it a little faster than I think I'm actually capable of doing. I think it's okay to do that every now and then. We all try it. We all try to see, oh, am I fast enough, or have I gotten faster? Maybe I could go faster than I've been going. But I would say if you find you're screwing up, immediately just go back to an easier speed, break things down, make it easier to do. Because otherwise, again, you're just practicing not perfection, you're practicing imperfection. So I'll try a little faster and see if I can pull it off. I think I can. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. All right, well that's probably about as fast as I think I would feel truly comfortable with that. So I'd probably, in my own practice, I'd probably slow it slightly down again, get the metronome going, figure out what speed that's at, and then sit at that for a little while. And then I'd probably bump it up a little bit, and then do the same thing, sit at it for a little while, feeling really comfortable, and then getting familiar with it, and then just keep working my way up. Let me know in the comments for this video what you thought. Was it easy? Was it hard? Would you like to see stuff that's a little bit more doable? Would you rather stuff be just as hard or even harder yet? So I'm curious to see what happens, and I'd love to hear how you guys are able to get this down. Thanks again for joining me. Take care, you guys. See you later.